Tonight on Property Banter, we reveal the cringiest campaign ever. We crash into celebrities' innermost sanctums and the hot topic that's got investors scurrying and grinding Russell's gears. Let's go. Hello, I'm Tom Baring and this is Property Banter. This is Mark Armstrong, CEO and founder of Rate My Agent and director of Biggin & Scott Richmond, Russell Cambridge. How are we, realtors?
Very well, very good.
well.
Been a good week. Been a good week. I've noticed, Tommy, you've got a Rate My Agent hoodie on. Yeah,
It's a good hoodie.
I think it's time that you took the suit and tie off. It's time to wear the Rate My Agent hoodie. And
Not doing it.
Not happening.
really,
partake.
it'll mess up your hair.
I might mess up my hair, but now and again a tie is important in real estate.
Really?
Gotta-
Why?
yeah,
Why
'cause
do you
you're
wear a
showing
tie?
your client that you care
Really?
to wear a tie.
I think it
Really?
means you make too much money.
Oh, serious? This is only a Gucci one.
It's only a Gucci
What have you
tie.
been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, world of soccer at the moment. World Cup's on. Magnificent.
I watched the soccer at your pub.
Yes.
Hard to get service, but that's good.
Well, I was drunk. So.
Anyway, should we talk about property?
You've heard of speed dating? Well, this is speed rating. Every week, we're going to have a look at a few real estate headlines, and Mark and Ross are going to give me their take on it. If they rate it, we're swiping right. If we don't like it, swiping left. Simple. First headline. They're not real agents. REWA calls for probe into purple bricks.
Well, REWA, REWA is the Real Estate Institute of WA. They're a really powerful organisation. Well, I'm not sure it's legitimate though. I think people should listen. But what Purple Bricks do is offer a different business model. Are they real estate agents? I think they probably are, but they're just different.
Well,
Russell?
you get paid for getting the listing, not for selling the property. There's definitely a call for what they're looking into the way they do certain practices, for sure.
How are we going to rate it?
Look, I think they're legitimate agents. They offer a service.
Don't like it.
Next headline. John McGrath labels South East Queensland Australia's real estate golden triangle.
For a real estate agency, what a great place to start a business because there's a lot of stuff happening up there. So I absolutely agree.
Russell?
Oh, look, I have no idea. I think the golden refers to the fact there's a lot of sand.
Next headline. Melbourne house prices forecast to plummet by 10%. Mark?
Some sectors of the market might lose 10% of the value, but to say the whole of the Melbourne market is going to lose 10%, highly unlikely.
Russell?
I think there's a journalist out there house hunting.
Probably true.
In agreement. Left.
Left.
Left is losers.
Loser
yeah.
left. After cowering the dark and refusing to show my face on the north side of Melbourne, I'm back and bigger and ready to ride the roller coaster of the property tycoon again. Gentlemen, shall we revisit last week's property?
Let's go for it. I chose it. It was in Northcote, in my backyard. 61 Benton Street. Tommy, can you tell us a little bit about the property?
61 Benton Street, Northcote, a stunning renovated period Victorian home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, beautiful outdoor dining. Let's go to the tips.
Oh, 1.9. See, I actually thought that was a bit light. But,
Know my stuff.
Solid bid, 2-1.
yeah, I was just trying to pump up property values in Northcote.
Really? I reckon I've got this in the bag this week. Let's have a look. Bang.
$32.
Yep.
It's a good tip. How many auctions have you taken $32 tips in?
Well, hold on. Regardless of what you say, 1-9, 2, 2-1. I'm square in the middle. I win here.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Let's go to Sam for the auction.
At 1 million 750 perhaps, well I'll place a vendor bid there to myself. At 1750 and I'll invite you in for 25 in the rise.
Because this wasn't far away from my home, I went to this auction. I want you to keep your eye on the man in the scooter in the background there,
Mobility scooter, yes.
in the
Oh, yeah.
mobility scooter there.
He's well and truly in the play. Look where he's positioned himself.
Yeah, he's in prime bidding position there.
Great real estate on offer and great value at that sort of level at 1775.
At this stage, we're all a bit short.
Can I say 8 anywhere at all now, buyers? At 1775, it's here. Looking for 1.8 anywhere. At 1,775,000, off and running now. Great bidding for great real estate. Another vendor bid from Andy Does at 825 now. At 825, the bid is there. At 825, the bid is there against you. I'll take 850 anywhere. At 1,825,000. Phone call with you, sir. Maybe
Do you hear that? He's ringing his dinger because he wants to put in a bid. Have you ever had that at an auction, Russell, where someone's dinged you?
That's worse.
gets anyone back on top at 1,825,000, 850 thumbs up, 850, 850 done. At 1,850,000, at 875, what do you say? 875 here, your call, sir.
So Rusty, you're still in the box seat. Still in the box seat.
Cheers.
Another 10 perhaps. 10 at 860. I'll take you inside at 860. Welcome to the bidding again at 1,860,000. We are on the market, unreserved, at 1,860,000, offering outstanding real estate. Take a 10, 5 or a 1, nominate the right.
Knock it down, knock it down.
At 1,860,000 bid is here.
He's dinging. He's dinging again.
Yes. At 1,860,000. Sorry for the distractions, just trying to clarify the bidding.
He hasn't put in a bid.
Still with you, there's no bid.
Why was he dinging?
At 1,860,000.
Just wanted to chat halfway through the auction.
Twice! At third and final call, at $1,860,000. We are selling! Selling! Sold! Welcome to Northgate, congratulations!
Oh, there you go.
A nice little skip from Sam. So, Russell, well done. Round 2 goes to you. Tommy, how did you go?
No, look. Yeah, I'm not over the moon.
Oh, the scoreboard.
It's a bit under. All right. What are the rules again?
Okay. So, before you write up the score there, Tommy, I'll just explain how it works. Your tip has to be within $50,000 of the sale price. So, Russell, what did you tip?
1-9.
1.9, and so you got the tip. So the property sold for 1.86 million. So Russell gets 1.86.
So I assume I'm now in front.
So you are now leading. So you're still 0, Tommy. But you were closer this week. You were much closer this week.
Much closer this week.
Much closer. So first to Russell, second to me.
That's a 7.
Yeah, it is a 7. So we'll put a 1 there,
Thank you.
and 3 to Tommy. And it's as simple as that.
I'm
Download the app.
motivated. Let's get on with it. Let's
All right.
place it for next
Hey,
week.
I've chosen another property this week.
Yep.
Russell,
Far away.
Russell, one of your good mates, Mark Kanishi,
All right, top lad. Down at Hockings in South Yarra.
Hocking Stewart in South Yarra. So I've chosen this property in at Unit 5, number 12, Kensington Road, South Yarra. One of the reasons I've chosen this property, can you find it? There it is. That's
5
it
at
there.
12.
5 at 12.
Hello, Mark. There he is.
It's a really big 3-bedroom apartment in South Yarra. And they're almost, they're very rare to find a big 3-bedder like this. And what a lot of people do with these big 3-bedders in South Yarra is they actually turn them into enormous 2-bedders, and they convert the 3rd bedroom into a big dining area and make them really, really big houses. So let's put in our tips and see how we go. I'm not going to show you bastards what my tip is. So it's as simple as that. Go to Property Tycoon at the Google Play Store or the Apple iTunes Store and search for Property Tycoon and download the app. You can tip on any property you want in the country, and we'll film the auction and show you the result next week.
The ATO describes negative gearing as when the rental property is purchased with the assistance of borrowed funds and the net rental income after deducting other expenses is less than the interest on the borrowings. The overall taxation result in negatively geared property is that the next rental loss arises.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But recently, proposed changes to the negative gearing laws have sent shockwaves throughout the real estate industry. What do we think, gentlemen?
Do you understand it?
Absolutely.
Is it like, it's not like north-facing backyards again, is it?
That's a bit more difficult.
It's essentially, just simply put, if you borrow money on an investment property and the rent doesn't cover the interest, you can claim that loss, the difference between the rent and the interest payment, as a tax deduction. I think a lot of people understand negative gearing, but the question is, are the Labor government going to get rid of negative gearing? Russell, I don't know your thoughts, but my thoughts are that there is no chance in hell that they will get rid of negative gearing.
Paul Keating, he implemented it.
Well, Paul Keating did, and what happened?
Rents apparently rocketed in Sydney back in the mid-80s, wasn't it?
It was. I think it was from 85 to 87 or so. And you're right. I mean, rents skyrocketed in Sydney. The argument is that Sydney was the only place that they increased. But like you said before, Russell, these bigger markets tend to lead the smaller markets along with them. And I don't think there's any doubt that the Labor government were terrified of setting a precedent that rents were going to rise dramatically all over the country.
If they get rid of negative gearing, there'll be less investors buying properties that then will feed the rental market. So consequently, and we're already seeing it because of the fear factor and the tightening of APRA rules with the banking and lending sector, that we're seeing rents increase. There's a lot less properties out there available for the tenants to move into.
Correct me if I'm wrong, just so I can understand everything.
Law, not law.
Trying to get rid of negative gearing would help first home buyers, but it would hurt renters and investors.
Yeah, it would potentially help first home buyers, but here's the rub, here's the problem, is that a lot of first home buyers are tenants, and the hardest thing for a first home buyer to do is save the deposit. And if you're increasing the rent for the first home buyers, you might actually find that it doesn't actually help them at all because they're paying more in rent. So the more they pay in rent, the harder it is to save a deposit.
Third of the population rents. And there's so many people out there who are investors that will be punished by all of this, home ownership and, no, don't do it.
All right, we agree.
Good to see it. Hey, well done, team. That's it. Russell, let's face it. When it comes to celebrities, you know Russell Howcroft. But what you lack in star power, you make up for in star trivia. What are you dishing up in the guessing game today?
Oh, well, we've got 5 well-known people, and we're going to get you to match them up to their bathrooms.
Ooh.
To their bathrooms.
Celine Dion, Jennifer Lopez, Liberace, Bill Gates, and Versace.
Okay.
I think a couple of these might be a little bit easier than the others, but...
So,
A.
yeah.
Well, very classy, elegant, but simple.
Interesting, there's a lot of windows in that one.
Well,
So that's a bit gregarious.
yes, that's someone rates himself highly.
Yeah. Oh, that's a simple bathroom.
Outside, that looks like a big city.
Yeah, no,
That looks an apartment block.
You can look straight into that
I was
bathroom.
going to say, look at the windows.
Yes.
From it's someone that's a bit of an exhibitionist. Probably.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Scarface. Well, there's no bath in that bathroom.
There's no bathroom in that bathroom.
Oh, I think
Where's
that one's
the-
fairly
is that the
obvious.
shower?
The shower.
That is
Okay.
magnificent, isn't it?
I think A is definitely Bill Gates.
I think, because I'm pretty sure I've got C, and I'm going to go for B. It's Celine Dion.
So what did you
No,
say?
I think-
So B is Celine Dion.
Because I think
Yeah,
C
no.
is going to be J Lo because it's Jenny from the block. There's houses there, so I think that must be Celine.
I like it.
Well,
Yeah, look
but
at
I
it,
think
yes.
C looks very New York. I think it looks like a New York apartment
That's what I'm saying.
bathroom. So you're
Jenny.
right. Jenny Lopez is probably C. I think D's got to be Liberace.
Well, hang on, there's a bit of a bloody clue in there. Have
Where's
a look
the
at the towel.
geese?
Have a look at the towel.
It's an L.
Liberace had a toilet that could retract
Yeah, so it's Liberace.
into the floor because the toilets were so unglamorous.
Imagine the markup that plumber would have put on that. Going, oh, the retractables. They were into some high stuff here. He would have made a fortune.
And the last one I think's bloody obvious.
Versace. That's got to be Versace. I mean,
You
look.
can
that-
actually buy your own Versace gold toilet brush holder on Amazon for $1,500.
Really?
Congratulations, boys.
Well done, Tommy.
Well done.
5 from 5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're getting good at this game.
Oh, you're a bit too
First time we played it.
Real estate agents. Complex creatures with deep pockets and tiny hands. But that's never hampered them from competing for the banana. That's good. Wish. This week, meet Ben Lewis, an agent that tries to think outside of the square.
Today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna show this home to you. By now, you should have somehow realized that it's right for you. And I don't believe that any home can make you feel the way you do about it now.
So it actually really worked well for him. What do you think of that, Russell?
Wonderwall.
Because maybe you're gonna be the one that buys me. And after all, you're in Nana Wall.
But that's the beauty of the banana, because the banana's not necessarily a bad thing, because his thing worked. So like the banana's not negative or positive, it's whatever we need it to be, like Batman. But for singing ability alone, Ben, you are this week's banana.
That was an awful video.
That's your property burn to hit for this week. I think we did real good, yeah. I wish they'd pay me a little more, but the producers don't really care. Mark and Russell, how do you feel about episode 4 now? Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to look back in anger.
Good.
I don't know if we got anything there.
Yeah.